All right, first snow of 2021. And I'm heading to work in old Vicky the van here. She wasn't too hard to get out of there. She's got good tires. Old Vicky. We are open for putting on tires. I wonder if people are going to wonder if we have any business at all today. Who knows? Hey, look, the main road's got snow on it. Look at that. This is awesome. I love driving in the snow. I don't care what anybody says. This is fun. I learned to drive in Alaska. So this is like old hat to me. It brings back good memories. I learned how to drive a 4-speed manual transmission Jeep Wrangler in good old Alaska. Maybe I shouldn't have went this way. There's a big hill on the other side. I don't know, man. Holy smokes. See, we're not prepared for this because it doesn't snow a lot here. So when it does snow, there's not a lot of plow trucks or sanding trucks available just because it's so rare here in the Seattle area. So if you notice, there's no sand on the road. It looks like a little bit, maybe a sand truck came through a couple hours ago. I just hope I can make it up that hill. I think I'll be fine. My defroster isn't defrosting the back window very well. And it is still snowing. When it gets to be drizzly snow like this, that's when it'll snow for days. It's kind of how it rains here too. It'll just be drizzly, pissy rain for, a week. Eventually it warms up here because we get the Pineapple Express. Warm air comes from Hawaii, California, Mexico, That's why we don't get that much snow here. But now we got kind of a polar vortex thing going on. And it's causing this. Getting out of the ruts, this guy looks like he's stuck. All tires, man. You gotta have tires with some tread on them. Making it up this hill quite nicely. No problems, no problemos. But yeah, Adak, Alaska, that's where I learned how to drive, in the Aleutian Islands. I lived there around 1983. I was 13, just turning 14. I lived out there for 2 years, 13 to 14. My age is 13 to 14. When I was 14, I learned how to drive, and on the island, there was no, traffic laws. There was traffic laws, of course, but there was no, DMV. We had military police on the island. It was a military base. But if you, for example, if I wanted to drive, my dad would just hand me the keys. We had a 4-digit phone number there on the island, so if you wanted to call anyone on the island, it was 4 digits to call anybody. But yeah, there was no Department of Licensing. There was no, if you wanted to take driver's ed, hey Dad, that was driver's ed. Teach me how to drive, man. Oh, we got a guy with a snowplow. Look at that. And here's another hill. This freaking Kia dude is slowing down. I don't like that. Got an ambulance behind us. Oh, he's taking a left. Snowstorm in Seattle. But this isn't nothing compared to Adak, Alaska. But on Adak it would snow sideways. So another thing about Adak was there was no trees on the island. Actually, there was a small clump of trees that they made sort of a joke out of. They called it the Adak Forest. It's You are now entering and leaving the Adak Forest. And these trees were like, when I was there, they were like 40 years old. They were planted somewhere just after World War II. And they were maybe 8 to 10 feet high. And that was it. And they were planted on a hillside. So they were sort of protected from the wind against this hillside. And the hillside was also used for like inner tubing, and a lot of people would go out there and, you know, ski and inner tube. And yeah, that was, so the Adak Forest was used as the bathroom. It was the latrine, so to speak. So yeah, the Adak Forest was kind of a smelly place, especially in the summer, once all the once everything thawed out. But yeah, it was good times. It was fun there. My windshield wipers are not doing well. Time for windshield wipers. Ooh, I got some. Still got some. Oh man, light is turning red on me. The snow is coming. This is just powdery snow too, which is great. This is good skiing, snowboarding snow right here. Just powder. When I went to clear off the windshield this morning, there was no ice on the windshield. And normally if it's a wet snow, it'll pack in and you'll have like a coat of ice under the snow, but this was just, I just brushed it off like powder. So it's probably 20-something degrees outside right now. Pretty cold. I need windshield wipers. Hey, there's a Dodge Charger. Yeah, that's a Charger. Right in front of me there. Follow the Charger. Chargers are fun. Any car with rear-wheel drive is way funner to drive in the snow. This is probably safer to drive in the snow. Old Vicky the van here with some good tread on her tires. Oh, there you go. See that? That's what I'm talking about. You do a little kick out there. Do a little drifting, you know, with your rear-wheel drive car that you can't do with a front-wheel drive car. The G6 is front-wheel drive, and I mean, it's low-profile tires. They have some, they're pretty good. They got about 30 seconds of tread on them. But still, it's not a snow tire. These aren't snow tires either. These are pretty much all-weather tires on this vehicle. But yeah, the G6 is more street tires. And I wouldn't trust driving the G6 in this right here. I don't know if I can get up these hills. Just with the amount of tread and the width of the tire. You get wide tires in the snow, it's not such a good thing. Unless they're, you know, like mudders on a 4x4. But I'm driving to work here at 35 miles an hour, just about normal speeds. You can't stop in the snow. That's one of the things that a lot of people with four-wheel drives and snow tires and stuff, like, I'll be fine. You know, you have to really understand braking when you're driving in the snow, because you're not going to stop any faster. I mean, you're going to slide. I was always taught as a kid, you never, like if you're in a skid, if you start to feel like you're losing control of the vehicle, you don't hit the brakes, because then you can't steer. So if you can't steer your way out of a situation. Whoa, see, now I'm sliding, and I just hit the brakes, but correcting by, something fell over in here. I'll have to blur all that shit out. But yeah, I'm at work now. H3. It's pretty nice. Good in the snow, that thing. My coworker's badass truck. It's quite the Jeep Cherokee. Showing off your truck. Winch?
nice looking car though, man. Tell you what. So is it a snow-related problem, or a snow-related problem? Or?
It was more like I was going down the hill.
Yeah.
And I turned it all the way to the left. So next thing you know, all I did was
Oh man.
sliding down the hill at the same time. This happened on Friday. I tried to wait a few days.
Dang. What if that's from the tow truck? I don't know.
I bet it is, dude.
The way he was grabbing it. Then again, it's.
Ooh, you hear
that?
in here. I'll jack it up a little more.
Is that coming out of the hole here? Oh yeah, we can hear air. Oh yeah, something.
Big hole.
There it is.
Nail come out.
We found it.
It's on top, but it's
It's patchable.
right there.
Oh, yeah, patchable. Oh yeah. And look at that. It's a masterful job, Cody. Patching a Mercedes tire.
This car is. This is what that dude was showing that night at the bar.
Really?
Yeah. Little dude, I wanted to bust this.
Fixed. It's a nice looking car.
Yeah, they are.
There's a little
Like I told him, I like the look of those better than I like the new ones. A lot better.
just got off work in the front yard. This is our front yard, man. It is covered in snow. Look at that. There's the G6. It is covered in snow. Palm tree. Palm tree's covered in snow. Roof's covered in snow. Still got Christmas lights up.
Don't forget to subscribe, and why not watch another video? Stick around!